Good evening, guys, or good morning to whoever is having a morning right now. Anyway, I'm in a rush to actually do this. No, not really that much, but still. Okay, yeah, I'm making a part two. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with it. You see, I've noticed this, right? This is about the gospel, right? You see, the New Testament has over 5,000 Greek manuscripts, right? And every single one of them are exactly the same, like to the last word. The people who actually made the manuscripts have constantly been preserving them and made sure that there was not even a single change. From the first century to the 10th century, there has been no changes in the original gospels at all. Some might call this a miracle if they're Muslim. Some might call this a coincidence if they're atheists, but it is undeniable that there has been no fact. That is the evidence that we have. So, yeah, you can't argue that they even changed. And the fact that the literal apostles agreed upon those very same scriptures, and people who were related to the apostles are the ones who wrote the original ones, really just shows something, doesn't it? So yeah, there have been no changes, and there's an agreement by the literal people that wrote the books and the people that followed Christ, literally the apostles themselves. But for some reason, I keep hearing Muslims saying it's corrupted. What's the evidence point to it not being corrupted? There's no evidence at all showing it's corruption. So sometimes I'm just wondering, where are they getting this thought that is corrupted? That's what we call a hypothesis, right? In the scientific methods, first we are start off with an hypothesis. Then we go down and get evidence, analyze, process that evidence. Yeah, there's a whole lot of steps. So that's just a hypothesis. There is no evidence to support it. Neither is there any information that they can give, even if we aren't using the scientific methods. The only thing that they can say is that the Quran says something different. And literally that okay, so a book written 600 years after the fact says something different from a book that's been preserved perfectly, and says something which was agreed upon by the very people that met the person. The evidence is rather pointing at a different direction, doesn't it? So your argument for the gospel is corrupted is the Quran is true, therefore the gospel is corrupted. Sounds like secular reasoning to me. Not necessarily. You see, secular reasoning, I know, is a point that relies on the other point that you're stating, like God is real because the Bible says so. Yeah, that's also says secular reasoning. No, 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 no. It takes a lot more than that, guys. Anyway, my point is simple. They're arguing that the gospel is corrupted because the Quran says so. It doesn't sound like a very reliable point, but guess what? The Quran doesn't say that. It said the Injil is uncorruptible. And it's the very same thing that the Christians were reading at the very time of Muhammad. Think about that. It doesn't it say that? The very same thing that they were reading is the Injil. And this is what Allah revealed to them. But you're arguing that it's corrupted. But historically, there's been no corruption or changes at all. So that argument doesn't work. I mean, at least for me, that just doesn't work. It just doesn't sound like it holds any type of ground or any type of base. I just don't think it works, guys. I just don't. And the evidence that I brought about gives me this very same thought. It's a hypothesis, which is supported by evidence. Think about that. Anyway, guys, the video has already is now at its climax. Anyway, I might have to finish it, and yeah. So goodbye, guys. Have a wonderful day. The Lord's peace be with you. Bye.